From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Pawa Radio.
Trust issues, kila siku nanishuku. Kazi zangu za usiku zinakukera sana. Oh no, na vile we ni msupu, umepewa kila kitu. Rafiki yako ndiye sumu, anakuchocha sana. No, 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 hapana, sikukuwa huko jana. Unapenda kugombana sana kila saa. No, oh, hasira imegeuka hasara. Ingawa tunapendana, nimechoka sana. No, oh, mina, oh, na itakuwa tu sawa hata tukiachana, mina, oh, na itakuwa tu sawa hata tukiachana. Oh, nenda lote, nenda lote, nenda lote, nenda lote, nenda lote,
trust issue, na saa zingine naonanga wivu. Jumanika wako na kakitu, so siku hizi hunyombangi kitu hata ya pitu. Na ni sawa tu hata kama haurudi usiku. I hope and pray the things that you do never hurt me and you. Sitadanganya, nilikesha studio jana. Baby mimi ungangana sana kila saa. Na hasira ikigeuka hasara. Si unajua na kupenda baby, so I don't wanna fight you, no. Nah, oh nah, itakuwa tu sawa hata tukiachana, mina, oh nah, itakuwa tu sawa hata tukiachana, mama. Nenda lote, nenda lote, nenda lote, mama. Nenda lote, mama. Nenda lote, nenda lote, mama.
Hapana, sikukuwa huko jana. Unapenda kugombana sana kila saa.
Hasira ikigeuka hasara. Ingawa tunapendana, imebidi tumeachana.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Pawa Radio.
Yeah. Your body good to me. I don't want nobody touching on my baby. You say you're there for me. Anytime you want it, no, I am ready.
Don't waste no time. Whenever you call, I'm saving my love for you. I know just what you like. I don't want nobody touching on my baby.
I came in here for a good time, yeah. But keep your hands to your soft time. When I come around, just know it's mine. I'm the one to cause trouble tight.
So when you come close, my baby is a no. So leave my baby boo on the dance floor, 'cause my baby
body good to me. I don't want nobody touching on my baby. You say you're there for me. Anytime you want it, no, I am ready.
Don't waste no time whenever you call. I'm saving my love for you. I know just what you like. I don't want nobody touching on my baby.
I don't want nobody, body.
I don't want nobody touching on my baby.
Body.
I don't want nobody touching on my baby. Run, and you better run. Cause I'm packing a gun.
A gun, I'm coming in hot and I'm heavy.
What's at the gun? My man, look for another one.
Alarm, I'll ring the alarm. The world won't keep the police. Cause I don't want nobody touching on my baby. And if you think I'm going crazy, yeah, I might be. And don't you know that I don't call myself a lady? Hands up, back up, yeah.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Power Morning Drive Show with me, Wanyoike. It's so good to have you here. It's good to be with you this morning. Chilly as it is, the show still must go on, so nothing much to worry about there. And I am pretty excited about what we shall be going to be talking about today. But because of, what we always do and what we always start off here on the Power Morning Drive, let me give you how you can get in touch with us. We are on our social media, that is Power Radio across all socials. And you can also find us on our YouTube channel, that is Power Radio as well. And we have something exciting, something exciting. I will tell you all about it, but first let me get into the day's traffic updates, and then I'll keep you guessing. If you can just stick where you are, you will come back and I tell you what exactly the new thing is right here, right now. So yeah, let me get straight into the traffic updates in Nairobi, and we start off with what's the situation on Thika Road this morning. And as usual, the madness starts from Survey today, and it goes all the way down towards town. Can also see that same situation happening along Kiambu Road. From DCI, madness continues all the way into town. Limuru Road looking not any different. Traffic starts as you approach the Karura gate from the UN, around the area of UN there into Karura. I can also see that the same situation is happening on Ngong Road this morning. There's a lot of traffic as you go towards the Kenyatta roundabout. Jogoo Road is also looking quite busy this morning as well. Langata Road looking as well quite busy. Jogoo Road, same situation. Mombasa Road from the gateway, where is this? From Panari, as you go towards the Nairobi West Hospital, there's a lot of traffic as well. I can also see that the same situation is happening along Raila Odinga Road, with little bouts of traffic from here and there. It's low, but it's surely moving, so you guys should be okay in no time. And let me end it right there. I take a quick break. We come back and we get into the dailies. There's a lot going on in the country, so I want to take a quick break, come back, and we get into the news that has been making our headlines. Keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Wagwan Nairobi, y'all know what it is. We've got 5 mics on the track. We're about to tell you who's taking over.
Yeah, feel the heat when we come through Party Nation. Sexy people around me, Party Nation. All of them and them looking so fly. Sexy girl, them wiggle and wine. On your feet, boogie and grind. MDQ, baby girl, one time.
show si upataga. Si kwenye flow upendo uwaga. Champemo mpaka tunamwaga. Remember, ukuni matanga. Boss lady, mimi ndo semanga. Na wapanga, muda na wachanga. Mko nje mkisota mkimanga manga. Me, J's on my feet. Inyaga, ride on the beat. Tazama, I'm a hot tip, black butter on the ride.
I see everyone's one on my mind, yeah. Afuzwa ena ulimwengu. Wacha tupatane pataye. Mbeleni mtatufahamu. Hatutakoma hatuchoki. Kuwapikia tu matamu. Mazuri twakupa kama kawaida. Twazidi kutisha. Yo, feel the heat when we come through Party Nation Squad. Sexy people around me, Party Nation Squad. All of the man them looking so fly. Sexy girl them wiggle and wine. On your feet, boogie and grind. Cabot, let me hear you say.
Ish bana, niko gauge sana, safi sana. Ati leo hakuna kulala, fena mayonde. Modoni drama queen, Blinky bit gago, you know kama kawaida it's typical. Confidential, bad man jump again. Do again. Happy mention, squad up, congregate. Confidential, bad man jump again. Do again. Happy mention, squad up, congregate.
Yo, feel the heat when we come through Party Nation Squad. Sexy people around me, Party Nation Squad. All of the man them looking so fly. Sexy girl them wiggle and wine. On your feet, boogie and grind. Blicky bill, on the beat one time.
Stack it some billy. I'm really tryna make a milli. Any track I kill it. And the girls they feel it. I really wanna get down low. Weak bit tough, gonna get down low. Squad is back with the heat for sure. Dance floor lit with the beat I know. See the people out here side by side. Vibe is right because we do it right. Getting there so I will take my time. Never late cause this is Kenyan time. Yeah. Okay. Now who taking over?
Who's taking over? The East taking over. The East taking over. Nairobi taking over. Nairobi taking over. Squad taking over. Squad taking over.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Why guys normally listen? Why they're listening till the end?
I was waiting for you to call me, but you never did. So now I'm calling up my homies. I'm so over this. I'm so into you, I don't know what to do. You don't reciprocate. Too little, too late. So tonight I'm letting loose. I'm gonna get over you. TikTok nikitetemesha, kwenye snap ninatetemesha. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and let it go, 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 go. Breathe in, breathe
rush naingia na tesa habari waisikia utaweza beste yako pia memba anakula kama tenda inaweza tarimember need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go. I know you like her, I'm not stupid. Get me someone, get me Cupid, get me gin and get me some music. I got to live, I know what I'm doing, and this time I'm through it. Don't know why you're so fucking useless. I'ma try to restrict my movements and fuck your friend cause he introduced us. You're telling me, I'm telling you. Get a grip and get a clue. I've been a bitch, I thought you knew. Betty tears, boy, nothing new. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
I need them, I fam today. And anything them I need for me come unconditionally. Love today. I give my all for them. Them are right for me all the way. And if you say you never did it, then you never really did it. You're the from today.
Glass, Cuba nazo zimewaka. Cash, waiter chafua hapa. Shot after shot ni long night. Meza iko messy tuna ball na bako za baka. Pay the price, wacha leo mini nice. Mbota ni presidential hakuna mavice. Dondo bado ni ile bado tuna rise. See the feeling is amazing when you choose wise. Bado nashika na washikaji wa back then. Front row na mistari zilichorwa backbench. Walitupa bu before watupe shangwe. Sasa tumefika. Ona chorus.
Nimetoka mbali na machali na mamanzi hadi I need them I fam today. And anything them I need for me come unconditionally. Love today. I give my all for them. Them are right for me all the way. And if you say you never did it, then you never really did it. You're the from today. From today. From today. From today. You're the from today. From today. From today. Hand from today. You're the from today.
From today, mi ndio form today. Mifanya ngoma kali mi ndio sonkore. Kopendi ngoma zangu basi go away. Mushinda kama Red Bull nikifly. So nipate kwa bank, nikibank madola. Mfuke pigi tizi jo inanona. Na haikuwa hivi yani ni mola. Sasa ona all my guys are ballers.
Girl them, Leonie Nado. Show up tonight, tunadili dali do. Man them, Leonie na phone. Pull up tonight, kuna mizinga waruro. Girl them, Leonie Nado. Show up tonight, tunadili dali do. Man them, Leonie na phone. Pull up tonight, kuna mizinga waruro. From today, from today, from today, you know, from today, from today, from today, from today, you know, from today, from today, from today, from today, you know, from today, from today, from today, from today, you know, from today. Nimetoka mbali na machali na mamanzi hadi I need them I fam today. And anything them I need for me come unconditionally. Love today. I give my all for them. Them are right for me all the way. And if you say you never did it, then you never really did it. You're the from today.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Mighty fingers.
Jazz.
I make mountains out of molehills, and it can be quite the scene. Think about how far I've come and my life looking greater than it's ever been. If I could eat my pie in the sky, it would be just my thing. Sipping on my champagne and my life looking greater than it's ever been. My life looking greater than it's ever been. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? You must be Africa's son. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. You must be an African. I don't know about my haters, but they should know about me. Keep me humble though, God. My life looking greater than it's ever been. I overflow flavor. My pockets are full of greed. Even on my worst day, my life looking greater than it's ever been. My life looking greater than it's ever been. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? You must be Africa's son. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. You must be an African. You're jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you're jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you're jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you're jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you're jealous, don't hold me back. Jealous, don't hold me, no, no, no. If you're jealous, don't hold me back. I'm saying, please don't jealous me. Please don't jealous me. I'm singing, please don't jealous me. Please don't jealous me. I'm singing, please don't jealous me. If you're jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
See me, I'm sexy. Don't vex me. See me, I'm sexy. Don't stress me. See me, I'm sexy. Don't vex me. I'm way too sexy to be stressed.
Ay, see me, I'm sexy. Even all my ops know I'm hot, bitch. Have you met me? Pop up on your Tinder, you swipe right, cause I am sexy. Look at the material, baby. Henny kid too fancy, expensive, and yeah, it's a bad bitch alert. When I look up in the mirror, I'm like, hey girl, what's up? These bitches hate, yeah, so what? Instead them fake, yeah, no fun. Give them face and serve them hands, that's how a boss bitch show up. Look. Fine girl, no pimples. Make me shawty fine from my head to my ankles. And I'm so divine, so they wanna call me angel. Pretty cause I said so, I go just like my halo. Period.
See me, I'm sexy. Don't vex me. See me, I'm sexy. Don't stress me. See me, I'm sexy. Don't vex me. I'm way too sexy to be stressed.
I'm I'm serving cunt, yeah. All these other bitches giving, oh, they giving burnt, yeah. Sugar on the road is giving foreign on the blunt, yeah. Looking for the smoke, I can promise I'm the one, chosen one, yeah. Are you stupid? I'm a broke nigga. You can't approach me if you're both nigga. A PSA if you tryna look brown sugar way. All my bitches bad and they know it. Let me hear you sing. See me, I'm sexy.
From sunrise to sunset.
Productions in Kenya, but due to unforeseeable circumstances, he was not going to be able to do that. So kindly bear with us. We shall proceed with the conversation next week with him. So today we are going to be focusing on public political narratives. Why does it matter? You know, especially in the wake of the political class seemingly so just sort of at least in the past 1 week or so, we've been seeing a lot of careless statements spewing on public platforms by the political class. So we shall be getting into a deep dive of what exactly that is, like what are some of the dangers of that. We should absolutely address public narratives, especially when, you know, we find ourselves at a crossroads, like just as we are in the country, and then finding the political class who should be potentially or not even potentially, who should be staying away from any narratives, any messaging, any ideologies that might plunge Kenyans into even a much deeper state of disarray and also political polarization. But instead of having that, we have politicians that are supposed to be kind of uniting Kenyans with what they say publicly. So we shall be looking at what does politics have to do with public narratives? Why is messaging so important? The way that information is disseminated on a political rally, for example, why should we hold the political class more accountable other than, for example, if a random girl like Wanyoike stood on a public platform and addressed the nation or said something that is happening within the country. So we are going to be looking at that. But before we get into that conversation, I want us to look at, so yesterday, Murkomen, the Interior Cabinet Secretary, was able to issue a statement, a press briefing. It was a press briefing about the state of the recent protest, what his docket is doing to address these issues. Where do we stand? And so it was a lot of there was a lot of conversations going on. Then, of course, this does not go without the voice of the CSOs. They also did have something to say, responding to what the CS Interior was talking about there. So let's listen into some of the things that he was able to say. Then we come back and we discuss it a little bit further.
And political sponsors of these men are being investigated and will soon answer for their crimes. Similarly, any police officer accused of unlawful use of force will face the law. As I speak, one police officer has already been arraigned and is facing murder charges. I will this Friday, pursuant to Article 245(4) of the Constitution, be issuing a policy directive to the Inspector General of Police on the use of force and firearm by law enforcement officers.
Yeah, so you heard it, and that's just a couple of it. Let's see what the Daily Nation speaks on. It's on the page 7 of the Daily Nation today. It says, Murkomen, politicians being probed over deadly protest. Now, according to the CS Interior, the number of people who died during the protest is 42. And then we also have a number that is 1,500 that were injured during the collective protests that have happened, both the memorial and also during the Sabasaba protest as well. But But the KNCHR, that's the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, says that the number is at 57. And I suspect that the numbers are a little bit higher than that. But I digress, okay? So, from the statement there, he's alluding that, first of all, you've heard him say that any police officers that have been the perpetrators of sort of violence or any form of harm towards the protesters are going to be investigated and that they will face the law. But we are talking, it's like we are having a two-faced conversation here, because why is it that, for example, the DIG, that is Eliud Lagat, he went back to office as after even Kenyans, said that they do not want to see him, and they appealed for him stepping down because of the continuous human rights violations that we have seen on this. So before we even talk about how wrong that sounds, let me just read some of the things that he was able to say there in his statement yesterday. He says that this is unacceptable. One life lost is one too many. We mourn every life lost and extend our deepest sympathies and heartfelt condolences to the affected families. To those who suffered injury, loss, and trauma on those 2 fateful days of sheer terror, we say poleni sana. And so that's what he said. He said poleni sana. And it would feel like it would feel very pretentious, to be honest, because first things first, I don't understand why there is law enforcement when there is when there is peaceful protest on ground, especially when you know that this is an organized and organic movement led by the people. In the first place, there should not have been that kind of heavy intimidation from the police force. So you coming out here with a statement saying that poleni sana to those that have been affected, it seems to me that it's a little bit pretentious. And of course, some notable leaders from the CSOs, the civil society, also had something to say to this. They responded with one of them being Ms. Sheila Masinde, who is the executive director at Transparency International. She says that the Constitution. Okay, so let me start with what Ms. Sheila Masinde says here. She says that we are calling on IPOA to urgently conclude investigations into the 38 documented deaths, over 500 injuries and other abuses, and to publicly share its findings. Then we also had a statement also by the executive director of Amnesty International, Mr. Irungu Houghton, there, saying that we are deeply alarmed by the indiscriminate and heavy deployment of police and the use of live ammunition in residential areas in counties such as Kajiado and Kiambu. At least 7 minors are currently receiving treatment for gunshot wounds and injuries. He also said that to date, the Inspector General of Police has not identified the individuals operating within this political machinery. And so, when you hear such statements coming from the powers that be, or when you hear such a statement coming from the CS of Interior himself, I don't think it sends a message of we are committed in any given way to protecting the human rights and to protecting also the fact that our constitution protects human rights as well. We've seen time and time again the violation of human rights. We've seen people also being abducted. And this comes just because people have decided to take democracy within their own power, within their own hands, and go out there to fight for what rightfully belongs to them, rightfully so, and, so speaking. And so, yesterday's press statement was it was supposed to sort of give an assurance to Kenyans that they are going to take matters, of the law, and that the police are going to be investigated. And in as much as I do not believe that will actually happen, we would have to wait and see whether something else comes back from. But it just reminds me something that I keep always going back to. There's a time that Irungu Houghton was on TV, and he said that we really have a very bad culture of policing here. It's not even it's beyond a bad policing culture. It's also what I keep saying, that it is legalized impunity, where people feel, especially people in power, that whenever it's usually the state versus with the people, of course the state will win, always will win, hands down. And so because they already have structures that they have put in place for them to be able to be protected, then it means that we the people do not have anywhere to run to, because even the constitution that is so progressive and that we keep sort of flaunting around, saying that this is the most progressive constitution, even that in a way it has failed to protect us, because the ones that are supposed to be implementing it are not implementing it. They are using their power to use the constitution to protect themselves, and so it's quite unfortunate that we are still in the 21st century, still talking about extrajudicial killings, having people nursing injuries. Over 1,500 people is not a small number, just being injured recklessly. It's something else that I've remembered. We were having a conversation with my producer, and she was asking what happened to the women that were raped, that were sexually assaulted after the memorial protest. We've not even had any statements coming from them up to now, and it begs a lot of questions, because I would love to know what happened to them, okay? And not what happened to them. Of course, we know what happened to them, but is there anything that is happening in terms of holding those that were perpetrators to book, or it's just another forgotten case, and then we move on, and then we see each other in the next year's protest, and the same or even worse happens, So you can give the press statements because that's just part of your job as the CS Interior. But what Kenyans really demand is, do not come with a press statement right now to tell us what you're going to do. Do not come to a press statement telling Kenyans that these are the numbers. That's the work of the media. The media is supposed to give the people the information about numbers. The media is supposed to control the narratives in terms of how many people have been injured. What you, as the CS Interior, is supposed to come give us, what is worth your time is come and tell us that A, B, and C police the police officer is under custody. We have opened up a court case because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charges of violence against human rights and violations against human rights. That is what press statements from the political class or from the ministries should be looking like, not coming to tell us that you're going to do this and poleni sana. What is poleni sana? That's not, it's not substantial at all. So the next time that we want to have an organized press briefings in this country, can they be after the fact and not before the fact? I think we really need to start maybe even not giving them airtime really, or airplay, because if you're going to keep doing this lip service of yours and we never get to see what happens after, that's what I'm saying. When you say that some police officers will be brought to book, when you say that they will face the music, when you say that they will face the law, okay, we need to track. Now that you have opened up the Pandora's box and given us the press briefing publicly, telling us that this is what you're going to plan to do. Now we want to track that story. We want the next week you come back with that same press briefing telling us that so and so, naming them actually. Yes, we need to know even down to the the identities of these perpetrators, naming them and telling us an update of what exactly has been happening in terms of justice, both to the victims, but also in terms of holding those that are perpetrators accountable. So yeah, perhaps we need to move away from press briefings that are just on this is what we are going to do, this is what we are going to do, then we never get to have a tracking and an after what happens after that, and so it's many things to be said. It's really many things to be said about that as well. And then I also think we also need to start mainstreaming the stories of those that are actually directly affected. Like, for example, I think I do want to call out the media, for example, instead of centering politicians, instead of centering the ministries on these issues, how about we create media media briefs or press conferences where the actual people that have been affected, for example, the family of Boniface Mwangi Karaoke, it would be nice to see a whole statement coming from them, media giving them airtime to tell us what does that moment look like for them. It would also be important to see, for example, the people that have been abducted, what are their families saying? And I'm not knocking the work of the CSO space, but for the longest time, it feels that, yes, the CSOs will come and they will speak on behalf of Kenyans, but it does not necessarily quite cut to those that it should cut to, right? Because CSO is also just as an institution, they can do only as much, when the ED of Amnesty, for example, comes out and puts out a press statement, it can only go as far as it can go. Maybe perhaps perception, public narrative, public perception of the same, but what happens to the people? We want to know the faces of the people, the faces and the voices of the people and the state of the people. And I know it might be a little bit too much, but I think it's high time we start centering the people that are directly affected by these continuous constitutional violations of human rights. So, I do not believe the Murkomen at any given point. That's my opinion, and I am entitled to my own opinion. I do not believe anything will come out of this, and that's just going to be that, right? Okay, cool. Right, let's take a quick breather. When we come back now, I can see it's already the top of the hour. Want to get into today's conversation, and it's actually sort of tied to what I've been speaking about. It's this public narratives, public messaging. What does that have to do with the state of the nation as it stands? Is it important that we sent out well-curated, well-crafted messaging, other than people just coming out and giving whatever they feel is important and spewing seeds, planting seeds of discord among a very riled up Kenyan citizenry, okay? So we will be talking about political public narratives, where we are at from an outsider's point of view. What do we think should be done, and how can we ensure that we are protecting not only the Kenyan people, but also protecting what is said publicly. So let's take a quick break. We come back and we get into that conversation. And by the way, I just remembered that I have been keeping you waiting. So we do have a new line, which, yay, finally, I think this is where we do a little bit of an applause. Yeah. So we have a line. We have a line where you can text, you can call, you can also send us voice notes on WhatsApp. That is on 0748 379 231. I repeat that number. Yes, you can call in. Finally, you can text us. You can also voice note us. Where are you listening in from? It would be lovely to get to interact with you. That is 0748 379 0748379231. I repeat, 0748379231. And we will also put the link of our WhatsApp channel on our WhatsApp channel on the stories, our link in bio on our Instagram page. So if you want to also join our community, please make sure you head out to Power Radio Instagram and find the link there so that you can be a part of our community. It's a great time to it's a great way to keep up to speed with what is happening on Power Radio, but also it's a great way for us to keep you informed. Yes, and to be a part of a community, a part of a community, getting life updates and understanding what exactly we are cooking. So please be a part of our community. Call us, text us. We would love to hear your feedback as well. For now, let me take a quick break. We come back and we get into our discussion. This is Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Pressure, ona vile inatupeleka. Pesa, kikosa leo unakesha na kuna kesho. Tulia kidogo, ganga ya leo. Na ukinge moyo wako. We've made it this far. We're gonna be okay. With wonderful scars that help us find our way. And when it gets dark and you cannot feel my faith, pick up the guitar and sing a song again.
Wanyoike, timgi machuni dwaro, kungena mungeyo, kima kinyo pango, nikech we ran away from misery. We had to pay for it dearly. Tutachelewa, lakini ndoto zetu hatutachorea. This far, we're gonna be okay. With wonderful scars that help us find our way. And when it gets dark and you cannot feel my pain, pick up your guitar and sing our song again.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Jack on the beat. They say drugs, I say on me. They say it's sad, I say it's funny. You in some crap, don't you dare call me, cause I know that I can get you out this shit. I know it's weird that I'm quite honest, but if I don't, then who's gonna know? When mama said, don't you play with fire, you should listen and just move on my way. I've got this feeling that someone's on me. I've got this feeling that someone's on me, yeah. Someone's on me.
'cause I'm a drug, can you run me? And I'm a drug that I just cannot resist. Someone's on me, ooh, someone's on me. Once you begin, but there's no ending. Oh boy, it's like divine calling. And you don't know if you're up or falling. Not at the end of the tunnel, well, not here. The end is near, I feel it coming. This is between you and I only. When mama said, don't you play with fire, you should listen. It just provide my way. I've got this feeling, someone's on me. I've got this feeling, someone's on me. Someone's on me. Ooh, someone's on me, someone's on me. Yeah, someone's on me. Ooh, someone's on me, someone's on me. 'Cause I'm a drug, can you run me? And I'm a drug that you just cannot resist. Someone's on me, someone's on me, someone's on me, someone's on me, yeah. And I'm a drug that you just cannot resist. Someone's on me.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Got the beautiful Miss V on them vocals. Calligraph Jones in the place. Rabbit. Teamwork. Let's get it.
From outer space, out of this world, we come in peace, tell you master all. We are taking over this place right now. But bring the crew, you can let them know. We in town, they should dress up for the show. We are bringing down this town tonight, oh. In an African party, we stomp our feet on the ground. We raise our hands in the air and say, hey, hey, hey. Luka, leo hatulali jo. Dunda, asubuhi mpaka kesho jo. Washanare mademu na machali tu. Usijali hali mikono juu. Luka, leo hatulali jo. Dunda, asubuhi mpaka kesho jo. Washanare mademu na machali tu. Usijali hali mikono juu.
Imagine, hivyo ndo muingianga kwa klabu au jasikia tunakula life na adabu na masela sela. Wana hela umenijazka hiu mase hela ni jui basi tela ni king kaka king of Zamunda. Tuko ndani na tumedunga kaka clothing bado mtumba. Mina manager tuko tight anajua mini spend thrift. Meza drinks nimezipanga kama Tetris.
In an African party, we stomp our feet on the ground. We raise our hands in the air and say, hey, hey, hey. Luka, leo hatulali jo. Dunda, asubuhi mpaka kesho jo. Washanare mademu na machali tu. Usijali hali mikono juu. Luka, leo hatulali jo. Dunda, asubuhi mpaka kesho jo. Washanare mademu na machali tu. Usijali hali mikono juu.
Bro, check it, yo, I go like boom, 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 boom. Mikono kwa hewa nikifika tu kwa boom, 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 boom. As I be rolling when I be the cruiser, boom, boom. Get out the way, I'm feeling like money today. I'm here to pour it up all over the club, I'm willing to pay, so that's how I plan to go and tap it. Hey y'all, feed what up, let's make it happen. I'm here to get it cracking. Shorties are telling me that I'm attractive, cause they be feeling the swag, I'm classic. Call me Papa Jones and that's it. I'm on.
Luka, leo
hatulali jo Dunda asubuhi mpaka kesho jo Washa nare mademu na machali tu Usijali hali uono juu Leo hatulali jo Dunda asubuhi mpaka kesho jo Washa nare mademu na machali tu Usijali hali mikono juu
From sunrise to sunset,
That's
all
it.
day and night. Power Radio.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. You are still here with us on Power Morning Drive Show with me and Wanyoike. Thank you so much for staying with us until this time. Again, to just give you a quick update, we have a line that you can text, call, voice note us also on WhatsApp. It is 0748 379239. I repeat one more time, 0748 379231. Please, it would be so lovely to hear you calling us in, texting us, letting us know where you are tuning in from. If you want us to play a song for you, please, like the lines are open, make sure you do that. Call us and we will be sure to engage you on right there on our new line. All right. Okay. So let's get into our conversation this morning. And we want us to look at public political narratives. And the thing that has plunged, or rather has inspired this conversation, is because over the weekend we saw 3 UDA MPs from Northeastern region saying that, there has been, and it's not just about the 3 UDA, MPs, not MPs rather, but members of parliament. I know there was a woman rep there as well, and they were, they were spewing seeds of discord, and they were saying, they were giving very careless utterances on the public, in public display, and we will play that clip shortly. But it has inspired this discussion because from the look of things, it's been seeming as if the political class is really skewed in the way that they disseminate public information, the messaging around whatever is being discussed. We've also been seeing a lot of sexualization and objectification also. We're going to talk about that as well. Kibet Farouk was also, he came under fire the other day when he seemed to be sexualizing Sabina Chege when they were on a public political rally. And so it all goes back to what are the I guess the word to use here is the circumference, or for lack of a better word, I don't know, there's a word that I'm looking for, but parameters, yes. What are the parameters of what is shared publicly? Okay, and not just publicly, because again, we live in a constitutional society, for whatever that means, and that everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But then again, there has to be controls and measures, especially when you hold political office, when you hold a public office, when you hold anything that is tied within the dictates of public office. All right, so you no longer just represent your own personal views on whatever matters that might be at hand. Yeah, you cease to exist in a bubble. You exist. You cease to exist as a person who speaks in their own voice, only representing what they might think and what they might be bantering on. And granted, I know that some of these things that are spoken about, and we will play some of the clips that have been going on. I will get into that when I get into it. Is that I know that some of these political the politicians rather, or people that are within the public sphere, the public side of society, is that some of it is just really just organically how they have conversations with each other, and knowingly. Politics is a dirty game. We've had this old age adage that politics is a dirty game, and so it could be that it's just the way that they have been used to interact with each other. But then again, the danger becomes when you already assume public office, there should be very stringent measures into how you can talk about the matters that need to be addressed, and not do it in a pretentious way. Let us listen into something that Gathoni wa Mushomba was able to say. She was on Citizen TV on Monday, and she was addressing, this continuous political careless spewing of words that are neither here nor there. Let's listen in and we come back and we discuss more what she was able to submit.
That he is not sensitive about what other people feel about finance bill or other political processes, and it is up to him to dictate what people should say and what people should do. And so when he's quiet, when Nelson Koech is speaking the way he's speaking, when the president is quiet, when he's quiet, when the women rep for Wajir is talking the way she's talking, when he's quiet, when Senator for Madago is for which county? Wasingishu is speaking the way he's speaking, and the president is completely quiet. And all he's telling us is, ambia hao watu gagani. When the president goes for a forum and says, ambia hao watu wagani, he is the father of everybody. He should not be sending emissaries to some people on TV. He's actually supposed to be calling them, hey men, come, what's the problem? Lakini kwenda kwa TV kusema, ambia hao watu, mimi sitaki hiyo ujinga. Ambia hao watu, mimi sitaki hiyo mchezo. President should be reminded, hey, you are no longer the politician you used to. You are no longer the activist. You are no longer the mzee wa kijiji wa kusomea wazee. You are the president of the Republic of Kenya. Whenever you open your mouth to speak, you must speak with wisdom. Measured, calculated, with respect. I look at the president.
Handed over to you, President Ruto, a peaceful and a stable nation. You must implement the oath you took in Kasarani.
And speaking on behalf of all governors of Kenya as chair of council, you have my support, you have my assurance that we will work with you to ensure that SHA succeeds for the benefit of the average Kenyan.
Sisi maneno yetu ni mafupi tu. Tunasema tu 2 term. Ama kuna maneno ingine? 2 term. Sio? Si tunangojea tu debe iletwe hata kama hatutakuwa na votes tutamuibia. Hiyo si siri. Asante.
All right. Yes. So you've heard the first voice note was from Gathoni wa Mushomba there, and I do agree with her that when you stand on a public podium, as a public figure, as a person that holds public office, your words should be measured. They should be calculated, as she's saying. Wisdom. It's only wise. It's only wise for you to be able to differentiate what would fly in this particular scenario, right? The women rep there of Wajir also saying that atutangojea kura, it will only come that we will even steal for the president if at all it has to get to that. Just when I was growing up, I used to be told that before you speak, you need to think about the things that you're gonna say. And granted, now because I'm a loud mouth, sometimes I don't think about what the things that I'm going to say. I usually think after I have said, which is something that I am learning to be more calculated with. But that's besides the point. I'm not a politician. I do not hold public office. That can fly. It can go unwarranted to some extent, right? But coming back to us, and the discussion today is the importance of us having a very calculated and measured political class in terms of the public narratives. The reason as to why it's important for us to even tame the way that they disseminate and they talk to us about whatever issues are at hand is one. Propaganda is usually this is usually the perfect breeding ground for how propaganda is, right? When we have careless public narratives, and we have seen that it's going to be impunity after impunity because you hold power. Then you also hold power to your opinion, and that nothing will come out of that. Nobody will hold you accountable because even constitutionally, there are provisions that have been put in place to protect you from your opinion being bashed. It becomes a problem when now such seeds of discord, for example, seeds of misinformation and disinformation are also reared and developed in such settings, right? This is how you end up finding a country where propaganda becomes the order of the day, because it's not something that has been caught, like from the first careless saying, or from the first careless statement that has been put out there by the political class, and us not having anyone to hold them accountable, then it looks as if it is normal, right? And so when we become normalized to the continuous public narratives that are spewed by the political class, then it becomes a problem of they can literally come up with a statement that could be false here, and it is taken seriously instead of taking it with a grain of salt, right? And so this is something that is absolutely abhorrent, right? And the reason as to why it's also a bigger deal is, first of all, within the context that we are talking about, right? Number one, we are just over 1 year, 1 to 2 years towards the 2027 general elections. Already, Kenyans are in a we are in a political climate that is very volatile and hostile, and anything that can be said on a public forum by the people that hold public office, it could plunge this country into even deeper problems than we already are existing in. Okay, and that is the reason as to why we have, for example, I do know that in American politics, no one just goes on public television or on a public platform without checking through their press officers so that they can see, does this when we have information like this, is it going to represent, for example, the people that have put us in power? Okay, is it going to represent the times that we are currently living on? Is it going to represent what the democratic progress and struggle for democratic progress is going to look like? So there's so many factors to be able to consider before we can sit down and listen to narratives and public messages that come from the political class that have nothing to do with anything, okay? And I'm not saying that now they need to be pretentious, because we already know that this is not something that they're already not like privately. So, the Bible talks about whatever you speak out is out of the abundance of your heart. So anything that comes out of your mouth, that is exactly what you look like deep down. And so because they already engage with each other in the corridors of maybe political rallies, and these are the narratives that they have grown, have sort of grown them up to this sort of public profile. Then the problems and then the disconnect becomes there should be an absolute separation between what you hold as your public opinion and what you hold as your private opinion, and also what you hold as an opinion that represents the people that have vested their power into you, that you are not there. Again, I did say that you're not there as a political figure to represent your own opinions. Absolutely not. It's for the people. It's you speak in the voice of the people that have entrusted you. And I want us to not forget that one of the ways in which stories, and I think that's why storytellers are a very important part of our society and our community, is that they show us and they mirror the things that we should be focusing on, right? And so in a way, the political class need to also, whether it's they have to go through like some sort of public communication and public speaking. I don't know whether they go through public speaking, but beyond even the public speaking training, it's also about them learning the ways of a storyteller, right? A nimble storyteller, because they really are storytellers. I mean, campaigning, what is that? It's storytelling. You come here, you want me to give you my vote in 2027, you are going to give me a story. It's either you're going to give me a story about kujengea barabara, you're going to give me a story about you're going to facilitate a hospital, you're going to tell me a story about SHIF and SHA, you're going to give me a story about the education funding model, you're going to give me a story about the healthcare, you're going to give me a story about many other things that might place you at a place of grace with me as the Kenyan voter. And so that approach of storytelling, how do we approach political storytelling? How do we approach political public narratives as a nation, right? Especially when it comes to even thinking about the Kenyan psyche, all right? There's a way that Kenyans think. Some of it could be cultural factors, okay? And so if your responsibility as a politician, your responsibility as a person that has been placed on a public platform like that is to steward the Kenyan psyche, is to steward some of the conversations that are going to be going on when you have said something and then it rubs people off, right? When you say something and it rubs people the right way, that becomes the contribution, your contribution as a politician. And so it's absolutely necessary for us to be able to have a deep discussion in this country on what exactly makes it to a public platform, what exactly makes it to the last person, you know, because whatever a politician can say goes and spreads over the four corners of this nation. And so it becomes very detrimental when the narratives that are being spewed by the political class plunge us deeper into disarray, plunge us deeper into propaganda, for example, plunge us deeper into even levels of not being able to discern from the Kenyan citizenry, because as we have seen time and time again, it's so easy for politicians to be taken for their word, and I know that some of it is also connected to wielding their power, okay? They'd rather keep it as that, you know. They'd rather have Kenyans who take them with a pinch of salt, because in one way or the other, it's part of playing the game of, it's easy to manipulate somebody who cannot see through this political narrative that is shared on a public platform. Then, of course, we come to the issue of, for example, Farouk and sexualizing women leaders. And it's even so unfortunate that even the women leaders themselves, instead of coming out and deeply condemning this sort of acts that speak towards objectifying them on a political rally, like as was the case with Sabina Chege, some days ago, they are also playing part of the game, and because of, again, this is just conversations that I have with people that are within political spaces. They do tell me that you have to, unfortunately, play along with the game if you want to go far. And so the playing along the game looks like, so for the longest time, I keep saying that politics is a very patriarchal game. And patriarchy, how it shows up is that anything that looks like male assertion, male assertiveness, whatever looks like male assertiveness that could be oppressive, could be violent, and mostly against women, that is what patriarchal tendencies and patriarchal principles, that is just what cuts across anything that is patriarchal in nature. And so for women, and by the way, you don't have to be a man to be able to continue peddling the narratives of patriarchy. Even women are perpetrators of patriarchy, and so having Sabina, for example, after going through something that is so, it's very unfortunate, like it's abhorrent. I like telling people that unaona huyu mkimpeleka kwa kitanda and turning her around so that you can have a rare view of her rear on a public platform in a political rally. To be honest, that is not something that I'm not there to see the size of her behind. I'm not there for that. These are leaders that we have elected. They need to be telling us what my money is doing, what are my taxes doing in terms of is the road that I, for example, want built, has it been built? You have no business talking to us about issues of the bedroom on a public platform, really, and sexualizing women leaders, and them also being part of the problem and playing along with the game. Because again, I remember what I said is that the game has to be played. Unfortunately, it's how it is. The game has to be played. So she's just brushing it off. She's laughing it off. But it's a very big problem. It's a deep problem. If we've come to this level where even the ones that are being violated are playing along with the game as is. And again, that goes back to the normalization of these public narratives. Because at the end of the day, it is all a narrative. It is a narrative. When you stand there and somebody is talking about the anatomy of your body, instead of talking about what you're doing in terms of the people that have elected you to do for them, it becomes a very big and detrimental problem. And so this continues. We need to heavily invest in accountability systems, that no single statement even, or even words, careless spewing of narratives that are taking us away from what we should be discussing. There has to be someone, or we the people. If nobody's gonna do it, we the people as a collective, we need to keep checking what happens and what goes on a public platform. So let me take a quick breather, and then we come back and we will continue disseminating. But again, to just give you a new highlight, is that update rather, we have a new line. Yay! You can call us, you can text us, you can voice note us, join us on our WhatsApp channel. We are at 0748379231. Call in, give us your feedback. If you have any questions for me today, or if you have any questions that you might want to inquire, the number is 0748379231. I repeat, 0748379231. Let's keep engaging. Let me take a quick break. I come back, we continue with our discussion for today. Keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
wewe tu wanichanganya kama baby nimekosa unisamehe juu ni wewe mimi nataka hadi milele kama uniamini nipe dakika chache uwimboni wako baby niamini naposema baby ni wewe tu baby ni wewe tu baby ni wewe tu baby ni wengine mimi sitaki wewe watosha nina bahati waninunulie gari mimi si wafuati penzi kwako si banduki wewe wangu wa dhati kama uniamini nipe dakika chache uwimboni wako baby niamini naposema baby ni wewe tu baby ni wewe tu baby ni wewe tu baby ni wewe tu kama uniamini nipe dakika chache uwimboni wako baby niamini naposema baby ni wewe tu 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 baby ni wewe tu
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
I feel this heartbeat, chasing a dream. I feel the rhythm, taking me on a trip. We're walking side by side. I'm enjoying the ride. Yeah, maybe now's the time. I feel so alive. Close my eyes and just
Tomorrow never comes for the gifted. We always move it to the present cause we can't be caught sleeping. And I couldn't help but notice that too many of us bear too many burdens heavy on our mental. Wanna be instrumental to the world that's changing right before my eyes. Before the children multiply, I have my hands full with the pen and sheets of paper that my dreams land on. Pathway to a promised land with every word of the song.
Maybe now's the time. I feel so alive. Close my eyes and just
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Jealousy, always comparing myself to you. Sometimes I feel like I overdo. Sometimes I feel like I'm over you. Singing and I feel like I have no clue. Singing and you aga moods. Sometimes I act a fool. Singing and inachoma sana. Sometimes tunakosana. Sometimes I act too cool. Singing and you act a fool. Sometimes you drive me crazy. I swear I drive you crazy. Consistent, consistency, consistent, consistently, consistent, consistency, consistent, consistent, day by day, 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 day by day. Consistent, consistently. Anxiety, naanza tabia za self sabotage. Naanza tabia za overjudge. Naanza kujifungia, naanza kujikazia, mwenzio nafunga hisia. Sometimes I feel so blue, sometimes I have no clue. Saa ingine unachoma sana, sometimes tunakosana. Saa ingine ninapotea, sometimes unanikosea. Sometimes you drive me crazy, I swear I drive you crazy. Consistent, consistency, consistent, consistently, consistent, consistency, consistent, consistent, day by day, 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 day by day. Consistent, consistently.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio. All day and night. Power Radio.
That is Miss Dalla had the band Adabu. It's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show, and we have been looking at why is it important to have measured political public narratives, or is it public political narratives? Yeah, because being in Kenya is an extreme sport, I tell you. With tips from politicians and presidents and whatnot, it sort of really causes some sort of destabilization when whatever information is being shared publicly has not been measured. And so, yeah, to just give that clarity and understanding, I think it's important for us to be able to build on public narratives that have some bits of workable and functional perimeters within it. Then, of course, it supports informed decision making, right? When narratives are balanced and evidence-based, the public can make more rational and effective choices, right? Again, going back to even, what you speak sort of creates a reputation and a brand around you, and that's how you build trust and credibility. Also, I think that's another important part, an important thing to note, that it builds trust and credibility. And so when we can trust you with what your track record says as a politician, when you are known to be a person that stands their grounds and, you know, comes in a very measured way. Like, for example, if I to even give a living example, PLO Lumumba. Do you know PLO? Even if today, for example, we saw a deep fake video of him going rogue, and just somebody decided to come up with a smear campaign about PLO Lumumba. The first thing that would come on people's mind is, this cannot be PLO Lumumba. We do not know him as that. We know him as the person that always appears to know what he's talking about. He's very measured in his temperament. We know PLO Lumumba. By the way, actually, it's great that I have talked about PLO, because to be honest, if we had politicians that mirror what PLO Lumumba looks like, I think we would be not half of our problems, but a big chunk of our problems would be sort of solved categorically. But then again, of course, we also do not want to end up in a place where we only come up with very beautiful speeches. We know how to say what to say, how to say it, but that's just as far as it goes. Because again, the other thing that is an unspoken rule is that politicians and people that hold public office are inspirational people. Like, when you want to inspire a people, you will listen to people like Akina PLO, because the way that he's very well-tempered. He's like, I love listening to PLO, and so if we had people that are the holders of public office come in the ways of public of PLO Lumumba, it would build this sense of credibility. It would build this sense of, like, I can trust you. I think you know what you are saying. I think you know what you're talking about. And people want to be able to trust what you have to say, because they can see right through you that you know when you embody a certain level of understanding to issues, when you come and unpack some certain political issues happening in the country, and you're graceful in your approach, it creates that sort of, I think I can trust this person. And so we wouldn't have to struggle really with taking you seriously as a politician or as a person that holds public office. And so that sort of credibility, it's something that we have absolutely lost in our country. And I do not know that it's not salvageable. I think it is. We do have many people that are in the communication sphere that can be of help in narrating, in our narratives, in the politicians or in the political class, ascertaining, for example, what needs to be said on a public platform and what is absolutely abhorrent to be stated in a public platform. I beg your pardon. And of course, this is not just in terms of the words that are spoken. Communication is also a full circuit. It's not only oral, it's also written communication. And that too needs to be addressed. And now that we are in the era of social media, I always go back to, for example, the deep fake video that we saw by the PS of Foreign Affairs a while back, trying to seem as if the international media houses, there was a fake Farid Zakaria there saying that the Kenyan government is doing absolutely incredible work. And of course, Kenyans were not going to have that. And so even in the crafting of such written communication from main accounts of, for example, whether it's the president or whether it's any person that holds public office, how do we go about that, right? So that you do not end up losing your credibility. And street cred is important. I know that it might seem as if it's just that, it's street cred, but it's very important because now people are able to gauge what the promise becomes, and they can then from that point make an informed decision as that. So those are just some of the things that that we should be very, like sweat the small stuff. I mean, I hear many people saying that please do not sweat the small stuff. But in terms of public narratives and what disseminations go on out there, whether it's through the media, whether it's through print, we have to emphasize on sweating the small stuff, because sweating the small stuff is that attention to detail. You might not think that something that is said might not be highly polarizing or might not inspire dissent, but it might inspire dissent to a very detrimental magnitude, and you end up with having a destabilized country. You end up having a destabilized political landscape as well, which further hurts what we are trying to achieve here, even in terms of democratic progress. So, in conclusion, I think we need to just really be very, very careful as a nation of what we decide to spew out there as a public narrative. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the end of the Power Morning Drive show. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us on the show today. It's been an absolute honor. I will see you on Friday. We shall be talking about social justice issues. I will be joined by Mr. Mr. Olal, I beg your pardon, from the Social Justice Center there. And so I will see you on Friday. For now, take care. We catch Shiva sessions from 11 a.m. And then from that, then we have our dynamic duo, Elijah Moles, alongside DJ CJ, come in from 4 p.m. with Gift of Gab from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And so keep it Power Radio. Again, we have a line that you can text, call, and voice note us. We're not going to let it go off. Please let us know how are the shows that you're finding on Power Radio are. What are some of the suggestions and recommendations would you like to see? Also join our WhatsApp channel. We have a community now, our Power Radio community on WhatsApp. So please join in there, and we will be excited to have you be a part of our community. Again, the number is 0748379231. See you when I see you. Goodbye for now.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
You say you like Ologomba, baby turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like Jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini, wanaogopa. Dark skin and not Georgia, melanin all over. Nobody can boga. Well, let me try sometime back in November. They really didn't think I would remember. Sahi, my confidence in my rise. I never used to be like this before. I used to be so damn insecure. I took a dark skin in Lana. Haters are working loud. Nothing ever sweet like coco. Get on the dance floor, make them loco. You say you like Ologomba, baby turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like Jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini, wanaogopa. Dark skin and not Georgia, melanin all over. Nobody can boga. You say you like Ologomba, baby turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like Jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini, wanaogopa. Dark skin and not Georgia, melanin all over. Nobody can boga. evidence. The way you walk, how you talk, it's evident. Black is the beauty, so more for them, so more for them. You are a star, brown skin, una kill. Oh, show them who you are. You are a star, brown skin, una kill. Oh, show them who you are. You like a loco, like a loco, mba. You like that toto, like that toto star. You like a loco, like a loco, mba. You like that toto, like that toto star. You like a loco, like a loco, mba. You like that toto, like that toto star. You like a loco, like a loco, mba. You like that toto, like that toto star.